understand this could be a little controversial, hopefully not as controversial as others. Yeah. It is fairly simple, trivial even, to observe the close kinship between cake and cookies. They share deep history and have great similarity in both ingredient composition and preparation method, sometimes nearly interchangeable with adjustments for liquid-fat ratio. Their familial relationship is obvious in the word cookie itself. In many languages, parts of English included, the diminutive e suffix is used to denote a smaller, perhaps cuter, version of a noun. From dog, we derive doggy. From cat, kitty, and so American English draws on its Dutch roots to formulate cookie. In other words, a little cake. Without drawing unnecessary comparisons or taking a stand on controversial issues of our day, including cookies in the cake repertoire does not necessitate delving into foreign alphabets, does not obligate observing any other date of significance. Welcoming cookies into the family of cakes should be as easy as, well, it should be pretty easy.
Get it off the screen!
Modern Hebrew similarly denotes cookies as mini cakes, turning uga into ugia, also a diminutive suffix. However, biblical and Talmudic uga itself more accurately refers to the circular shape or circular motion. For example, the story of Chonia Magel describes his famous position as ag uga, forming a circle, not baking a cake. The children's song Uga Uga also has the same connotation. When Abraham encountered 3 men/angels in the heat of the day, he directed Sarah to prepare ugot for them. It's likely these ugot were more cracker or wafer than cake, as were the ugot matzot, prepared for departure from the bondage of Egypt. The correlation of cookies and crackers is not limited to Hebrew etymology. A significant part of the English-speaking world, and you know who you are, refers to these bite-sized morsels as biscuits. Oh, thank you. Biscuit is derived from Middle French, taken from Latin bis and coctus, meaning twice cooked. Biscuit in American English today refers only to a tougher cracker, even if sweet. Now, to be fair, the largest cookie manufacturer in the US, Nabisco, was originally called the National Biscuit Company, and was even referred to as NBC, no relation to the television network, and was subsequently shortened to Nabisco. Also, this linguistic root is used for biscotti, which is prepared by baking, slicing, and further baking, twice cooked. Biscotti may be more familiar in Jewish bakeries as mandelbrot or mandelbread. Thanks to their crispness, biscuits and cookies became the ideal travel companions with the rise of global exploration. Sea biscuit or hardtack, doesn't look so appealing, baked multiple times as biscuit could last for months or even years under the right conditions. So
can matzah.
Yes, 1862. This one is the oldest known hardtack. You don't want to try that. Now, cookies became the signature snack for the New World, and we now turn to America for the remainder of our story. Cookies provide a window into the shared immigrant experience. Rainbow cookies are commonly featured in kosher bakeries, but actually originate in Italian-American bakeries as an homage to the Italian flag, and adopted by Jews thanks to the close proximity of Italian and Jewish immigrant communities. These cookies are actually prepared as sheet cakes and then sliced into cookies. The Stella d'Oro Bakery, also founded by Italian immigrants, thank you, is well known in the Jewish community. So much so that when the company attempted to change the formula of Swiss fudge cookies, affectionately known as Streimels, I'm not making this up, this is on their website, from powder to dairy in 2003, the plummeting sales and public outcry from kosher and lactose-intolerant consumers forced Stella d'Oro to abandon those plans and continue using the original recipe. long embodied the American spirit of entrepreneurship, as we heard in the first lecture, and upward mobility. Wally Amos started as a talent agency for the William Morris Agency, sending cookies to prospective clients, eventually forming his own company, Famous Amos. He leveraged his fame and can-do attitude to become an author of self-help books and an advocate for adult literacy. Girl Scout cookies have been a traditional fundraiser for decades and provide valuable real-world marketing experience so long as it's actually the girls selling them. The second most popular cookie in the US, the chocolate chip cookie, was invented in 1937 by Ruth Wakefield. She and her husband managed the Toll House Inn in Whitman, Massachusetts. And as cook for the restaurant, she was well known for her desserts. Like many great discoveries, it was created accidentally. Wakefield found herself without baker's chocolate for a batch of cookies and replaced it with a chopped up bar of Nestle semi-sweet chocolate, expecting the chocolate to melt in the baking process. To her surprise, the chocolate chunks remained intact, and the Toll House Crunch cookie was born. She quickly struck a deal with Andrew Nestle himself. Nestle would print the recipe on the chocolate bars, and she would receive a lifetime supply of chocolates. This led to an entire industry built around Wakefield herself and the famous Toll House cookie. Unfortunately, the historic Toll House Inn burned down in 1984 and is only marked by, oh, this is actually in Dubai, 2012. Can you believe it? So it was marked by the sign and monument, which is the only remaining tribute to the official cookie of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The best-selling cookie in America, anyone? Oreo. Perhaps unsurprisingly, is the Oreo sandwich cookie, yes. The Oreo was introduced in 1912 by Nabisco, then National Biscuit. And here's the surprising part, as a competitor to the Hydrox cookie, which debuted 4 years earlier, 1908. Yes, Hydrox was the original, and Oreo was the knockoff, despite rampant perception to the contrary. Oreo, along with most of Nabisco's products, was converted for kosher consumers finally in late 1997. Now, both Hydrox and Oreo can trace their lineage to whoopie pie, a snack that straddles the line between cake and cookie, but not really pie despite the name. Whoopie pie can be most easily thought of as a direct predecessor to the devil dog, a sandwich comprised of 2 devil's food buns, cake buns, thought to be made initially from cake batter leftovers, and filled with cream frosting. Whoopie pie originated in New England. Pennsylvania, Maine, New Hampshire all claim bragging rights, and it can be traced to Amish farmers. Supposedly, when they found one packed in their lunchbox, they would shout, "Whoopee!" if you can believe it. The most recent frontier trailblazed by cookies can be found in any web browser. For the uninitiated, HTTP cookies are basically little snippets of data stored by the browser between accesses to the same website. There is no clear consensus as to why these are called cookies. It's clear that the term magic cookie was used for session tokens predating the internet, or more accurately, the web. Some say this originates from Hansel and Gretel's trailblazing breadcrumbs. Others attribute a programmer practical joke, and we're familiar with those, based on a Cookie Bear character from the Andy Williams show, in which the computer terminal would demand a cookie from the operator. Cookies fit easily within the broad tent of cakery. Thanks to their durability, portability, and innovation, they extend cake's reach in both space and time. The cookie is a gateway to frugality, self-improvement, education, we'll get to that, racial harmony, technology, community, and heritage, wish fulfillment ad absurdum, intergalactic conquest, national pride, and religious tradition. A main staple of care packages, cookies bring us love and support when we're away. Cookies enthusiastically welcome us back when we return home. And quite frankly, that's good enough for me. If we could just advance one more slide, I want to point out that other members of my family prepared for this event. Cookie Monster cupcakes, and go ahead, there you go, the rainbow cookies. Traditional to your family.
To move to the other side. I think there are less people coming in front.
Thank you very much, Richie. We are going to have, is Talia here? Is Talia here? Talia's not here. So, we're going to, well,
I'll go.
look out. No, we need you later. So we're going to take a, let's see, 5-ish minute break. If we could all come back here at about 9:15.